12 Steps is a non-alcoholic craft beer alternative for the responsible, sophisticated drinker. Our research department has uncovered a consumer need for a non-alcoholic craft beer amongst Australia's young adults. Specifically, the market our beverage is being created for and will appeal to is the segment we like to refer to as the Responsicools. Responsicools are young Australians aged between 20 and 34 who enjoy the social aspect of drinking but are wanting to shift towards healthier, more responsible lifestyles. Their incomes range between unemployed and $120,000 a year. Although they are price sensitive, they are willing to spend extra on transformational goods which align with their values. They value local and artisanal goods, the environment, their health, and their status amongst peers. When it comes to positioning our brand against competition, we are met with two distinct threats, Carlton Zero and Carlton Draft, both existing under the same brand name and both offering us a ferocious challenge. Carlton Zero is Australia's favourite non-alcoholic beer. Its entrance to the market increased consumption of the product category fourfold, established its status as the market share leader, and forced competitors to the sidelines. Carlton Draft has maintained its status as Australia's favourite beer for well over a decade, and while consumption of the product category has continued to decline, Carlton Draft's performance continuously improves. When it comes to Carlton Zero, we have a lot in common. Both Carlton Zero and 12 Steps offer consumers a non-alcoholic beer which comes with a variety of options in terms of quantity and packaging, providing consumers with choices ranging from cans and bottles to six-packs and cartons. Both brands are also available for purchase online and in-store. 12 Steps differentiates itself from Carlton Zero by providing consumers with a non-alcoholic craft beer alternative. The popularity of craft beer in Australia has experienced a steep and steady growth over the past few years, and research has found that the majority of its growth has been caused by younger Australians, aged between 21 and 35. When it comes to our target market, which consists of individuals aged between 20 and 34, this difference allows for a competitive advantage over Carlton Zero. When it comes to Carlton Draft, our fiercest indirect competitor, we are similar only in the fact that both beverages are available online and in-store, and that both beverages are available in a variety of quantities and packaging. As a non-alcoholic beer, 12 Steps aims to act as a substitute for alcoholic beers such as Carlton Draft. This is where Carlton Draft exhibits a point of difference which we must mitigate. Carlton Draft offers consumers alcoholic beer, which 12 Steps does not. Due to social stigmas surrounding non-alcoholic beers, some potential consumers may be wary of purchasing 12 Steps. They may be concerned that their peers will view the beverage as lame, no fun, or not real beer. To mitigate Carlton Draft's point of difference, 12 Steps packaging has been designed to minimize and defocus visual elements revealing its no alcohol status. The packaging is designed to mimic the visual style of real craft beers and should allow customers to drink their beverage in social situations without its non-alcoholic status being unwittingly outed. We are different from Carlton Zero, both in the fact that we are a non-alcoholic beer, which will appeal to our health-conscious and responsibly minded responsicools, and in that we are a craft beer, which will appeal to their need to feel a grounded, intimate, and genuine connection with the products that they buy. When it comes to our values, at 12 Steps we value playfulness, artistry, and individuality. We believe that excellence is created through playing with a childlike curiosity. We also believe in adhering to and respecting our craft. To us, brewing is art. We are committed to instilling our love of that art form into every barrel, carton, and bottle that we create. We believe everybody is unique, and they should be able to express their individuality freely and in ways of their choosing, without fear of rejection or ridicule. What we are striving to achieve with this brand, in essence the purpose of 12 Steps, is to empower people to be who they want to be. We want to assist people in their journey to being their best self, their most confident, unapologetic, unfiltered, and authentic self. If 12 Steps were to be a person who had been in his late 20s, who would work in the creative industry, possibly as an artist, designer, or musician, who would be confident and passionate in both work and life, always ready to play and experiment with new ideas, and never afraid to express his true self, who would be headstrong in his beliefs, playful in his manner, and mindful of his health. He would eagerly and unabashedly share his unfiltered thoughts and opinions. He would eat healthily. He would be sociable, good-natured, and playfully spirited, enjoying parties, game nights, and other social gatherings. He would value intimate connections, wanting to truly know and understand those he communed with. Surface-deep relations would not appeal to him. Both the people and the things in his life would need to intrigue him, offering him something unique which could not be found amongst the ubiquity of the mainstream. He would value art and artistry, finding pleasure and meaning in the beauty of originality and creation. He would be reliable and grounded, always one friends could turn to for a helping hand or some useful advice. He would be socially progressive, believing people had the right to do, be, and think as they chose. He would always strive to do the right thing. He would be mindful of his impact on others and on the environment. He would be responsible in his consumerism, choosing to buy local when it came to both produce and products, and he would be wary of his waste, remember to consistently and diligently recycle.
Our brand name has been implemented in a way that serves to identify and differentiate ourselves from other competitors within the market and stand out in a way that is appealing to consumers. One of our main goals behind the decision to be called 12 Steps was to create a brand name that has a relevant narrative behind it in order to be more memorable and relatable to consumers. In our case, we have the intention to make our brand name recognizable due to its sharing names with the 12 Steps program in Australia, which aims at helping people get sober. This idea of converting people from a place of alcohol consumption to one where people are sober and healthier is exactly the point we are trying to portray and the thoughts we are trying to ingrain into the consumer's mind. By linking to a program that has similar core values to our own brand means that exposure to our name is more likely to be processed, understood, and remembered, compared to a name that is fresh and new but doesn't provoke any thoughts or ideas. This offensive approach helps build our brand equity more effectively by connecting with our Responsicles target market demographic, since it lines up with their healthier and more responsible lifestyles. A large portion of our logo has been inspired by the Penrose Triangle and varied in a way that lines up with our brand positioning and our goals. The Penrose Triangle can be drawn as a continuous two-dimensional staircase, and no matter how long you climb it for, you will never reach its end. This idea has been implemented into our brand 12 Steps to represent the constant heights we are striving for and our determination to keep climbing and growing with no limit of what we can do. This design can be seen throughout our brand elements, but is pushed forward specifically on our stubby. This 12-ounce bottle is the industry standard and the most popular size for beer consumption. We've also chosen a 6-pack as our main form of packaging for the purchase, and it also comes under one of the most popular choices for the packaging. As you can see on the back as well, we also have provided a QR code with the message, "Want to follow our journey?" And this links consumers to our website where they can find a range of information and opportunities. We have treated Penrose as inspiration and created our own distinctive stair shape that we are calling the Possible. The Possible encompasses the traits we value in Penrose, as well as representing our own distinguished beliefs, which can be seen within the logo. The stairs now represent a real three-dimensional object that reflects our attitudes towards making our dreams and goals a reality, and its placement within the stars shows our aims to reach them. It also encompasses our mindset within the continuous stairs, showing the longevity of our brand, and even though some decisions may lead you down the steps, you will ultimately travel back up on the next turn and have grown from it. The primary colors used for the 12 Steps logo are pink, blue, and yellow, which all provoke emotions with consumers as well as meaning behind their observations. The use of yellow promotes emotions such as happiness and spontaneity, and blue can evoke feelings such as safety and trust. This embodies a lot of what our brand stands for, and we are promoting a fun and individualized attitude as well as ensuring that we are reliable and care for our clients. Our slogan, "Take the Step," has been chosen to further reinforce the brand positioning of our artsy, individualized persona that is convincing consumers to essentially take the step from alcoholic beverages to our non-alcoholic beer. By doing this, we are really honing in on our target market, especially since these 20 to 34-year-olds want to live healthier lifestyles, but not all of them have made the commitment to do so yet. Our slogan, "Take the Step," works as another convincing factor to this decision. We have also seized the opportunity the slogan presents and implemented it into various forms of brand elements, such as our logo, our website, our commercial, and our jingle. By incorporating a section of the brand name into the slogan with the noun step, we have been able to continue our disruptive behavior to help further embed our brand in consumers' heads and thus help our branding.
To reach our desired audience, we knew we had to go where they were, which for us meant having physical, digital, and radio presence. We targeted liquor stores, supermarkets, and billboards in an attempt to reach our audience at times where they may be thinking of drinking, but knowing that they shouldn't. Market research had taught us that our target audience were highly engaged with social media, specifically with the platforms Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. To connect with our target audience on these platforms, we created branded pages on Facebook and Instagram, engaged with young social media influencers from both TikTok and Instagram, and invested in sponsored content on Instagram and Facebook. The content of our communication reflected our positioning. We communicated ourselves as being fun, responsible, healthy, and a little bit silly. We asked our audience to take the step, propositioning to them that they did not in fact have to keep drinking beer. They didn't have to keep living a life that they didn't want to live. Being responsible is cool. Being healthy is cool. 12 steps is cool. Our radio jingle, which was played on Triple J, a station much loved to responsicles, communicates the narrative which was integrated throughout our communications.
If you want a drink but still know how to think, then try out non-alcoholic beer. It's low in calories, won't change your personality.
12 steps. Take the step.